Good morning, everyone. The prayer today is thank you, God, for your grace, for your mercy, for your forgiveness, for your protection, for your guidance, for your peace, for your unveiling love, for being my Savior. Amen.
Okay, on September 13th, I concurred with the Chester Township trustees in not requesting a hearing on the liquor license being requested for Victoria Crafts Bakery LLC, located at 12725 Woodside Drive in Chesterland. And on September 18th, for maintenance, I approved an unpaid medical leave of absence for Joan Staley, part-time general communications clerk / switchboard operator, for hours not covered by accrued sick or vacation leave beginning September 12th, 2023 through and up to October 30th, 2023.
Okay, and I have a motion for approval of minutes for the 8th of August.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWark?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Hi. Adrian, how are you?
Good, how are you all?
Good.
Good.
Okay, today's financials include supplementals from the sheriff and his rotary concealed handgun licenses and 911 fund to cover the 5% raises granted this year in his labor agreement. And the general fund increases are coming next week. They made that request to us. There's a supplemental in the general fund for the sheriff's equipment and vehicle accounts to cover items that had been budgeted for 2024, including taser batteries and cartridges, lockers and bunk beds, as well as 6 new replacement vehicles. There's cash transfers from the general fund to community development for their second quarter payroll funding reimbursement and third quarter operational funding commitment for 2023. There's also cash transfers to Court Technology for funding for a 2024 project to purchase the JWorks case management software package. Also 800 communications permanent improvements from the sheriff to provide for a 2024 project to add a channel to the 800 megahertz radio system, and to the computer equipment improvements fund for ADP 2024 projects, including the purchase of a Meraki gateway, server cabinets, annex cabling upgrades, BMC Helix, cloud storage, water leak detection sensors, equipment transport vehicle, etc. There's encumbrances, travel requests from the Common Police Court to attend the 2023 Ohio Justice Alliance for Community Corrections Conference, and from Job and Family Services to be present for a neighbor's kinship placement change. Among the vouchers are $37,727.13 from the Commissioner's Office to Geauga County Agricultural Society for a Corsa settlement check made out to the county that had been deposited into the general fund, and also $92,724.13 from the Commissioner's Office to the Sheriff to reimburse for asset forfeiture funds that were directly deposited to the county's general fund. There's also revenue decertifications from transit and various revenue accounts that will no longer be receiving this money in 2023.
Make a motion. Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWark?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Hi.
Okay, and then the next item on the agenda is the Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and authorize County Administrator Jerry Morgan to execute any and all documents necessary to petition the court for a transfer of the unexpended balance of funds from the Transportation Administration Fund number 2035 and or the Transportation Capital Fund number 4027 to the Geauga County General Fund. So this is in accordance with section 5705.14B of the Ohio Revised Code. So nobody really knew exactly what the Transportation Capital Fund was set up as. It was determined by the state auditor that the description that most likely represents the fund as a specific permanent improvement fund. And in order to transfer the unexpended balance in a fund like that, we need to petition the Common Pleas Court of the county in order to transfer that to the general fund of the subdivision. So we also added their operating fund 2035 in the event that there's some sort of authorization that we need to do for that as well. But this is mainly just for the 4027 fund.
Okay, and what's the dollar amount?
We're looking at about around $240,000.
And this is just taken care of right before we finish the execution of the contract for Lake Transit, Jogga Transit to partner.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the amount of money that's left in there will repay the cash advance as well as the unpaid cost allocation that were outstanding at the time of the separation.
Okay. All right, I will make the motion.
Second?
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Thanks, Adrian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Morning, Rick.
Morning.
Hey, Rick.
Thank you for your time.
Sure.
Just briefly, we had a big event at the airport
Yeah, it
over
was
the
great.
weekend. For those of you that were there, thank you for coming.
That was awesome.
And Commissioner Borak, thank you for pulling the winning ticket.
The Jimmy Buffett table.
Yes. And we had 78 volunteers. We had pulled in people from 9 counties. And we flew 130 kids, gave them free airplane rides over the weekend with 13 volunteer pilots.
That's cool.
So it was a big event. Over, I think it was 378 people at breakfast.
It was a beautiful day.
Perfect day for it.
I've gone to a few fly-ins this year, and I'll tell you what, that was probably the biggest one. Definitely the biggest one I saw. So it was awesome.
It's a great event.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Anyways, today's business, the airport authority is requesting the board approve and execute resolution 23-156, authorizing the president of the Geauga County Airport Authority Board to execute and submit the application to the Ohio Department of Transportation, Office of Aviation, for the fiscal year 24 Ohio Airport Grant Program. This is basically the match for the FAA grant that we received in last month.
All right, I'll make a motion.
Second?
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Seeing you. Okay, county police court Velcro. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Hello.
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Okay, the County Police and Adult Probation Department is requesting the board approval and to execute the addendum to Community-Based Control Corrections Subsidized Grant Agreement for the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections Subsidized Grant for an increase of funds to the Community-Based Corrections Program, non-residential felony program for fiscal year 24-25 for the period July 1st, 23 through June 30th, 25, in the amount of $11,274 with no local match, for a revised total grant award amount of $246,204. And just for knowledge, this is the first time in 20 years that the state grants have gotten a raise.
Hey,
In
Fantastic.
20 years,
that's good.
Wow.
first time.
Glad to see they're keeping up with the times.
Okay?
So move.
Second?
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Hi.
Thank you, and have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Okay. County engineer. Morning.
Morning, Shane.
Morning.
Just one item today. County Engineer's Office requesting the board approve and execute change order number 1 and final, decreasing the contract with Carvo Companies Incorporated for the asphalt resurfacing of Fairmount Road, County Highway 16, sections A and B in Russell Township in the amount of $37,192.20.
Great, I'll make the motion.
Second?
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner DeWort?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Hi.
They did an excellent job too, by the way.
Yeah,
I know
nice.
all the neighbors were all complimentary.
Somebody keeps driving by, you know.
How fast they
looking
did
out.
it. Yeah, they did a great job.
Good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're quick.
so I'll be back soon for a few more of these.
Good.
Most of them are decreases, so it's been a good year.
Yeah, good, good.
Page them on that second page, just sign on my name.
Yeah,
I was-
okay.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Water Resources is here regarding asking the board approve and execute a contract maintenance form to increase a current contract. It's a 3-year contract. It went 2021 through 2023 with Buckeye Power Sales. They do generator repairs and services for us. And we've got less than $900 left on that PO. We need some work done. So we're asking for an increase of $10,000. That would take the original $30,000, increase it to $40,000, and it still expires at the end of the year. So no increase in length.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Aye.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner White?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item is a change order for with the Independence on this building for some additional work in the Child and Family Services visitation rooms. There were some things that were missed in the original design, including some cameras with audio so they can hear what's going on in the visitation rooms. This is where the families come in when they're, supposed to be under observed visitation with their kids, and then also the addition of some phones in there, so if an emergency happens, they can make a call.
So you said it's cameras?
There are some cameras and from some the phone lines.
Well, wouldn't that come out of their budget, some of that stuff, that equipment?
They should have been in the original design. It just was missed in the overall project.
Was it listed in the original design?
There was cameras put in, but not with audio, and the phones were missed in the design. They had asked for them, but they got missed in the original.
Okay. So, contract. So move.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner White?
Hi, Kelly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Item number 10, the Commissioner's Office is requesting the board to accept and approve the Subco member 2023-2024 wellness program. Subco rewards 200 partner with Anthem for Geauga County Employee Health and Wellness for the period of August 15th of 2023 through August 14th of 2024. Subco has gone a different direction this year with the wellness program. We're not going to be using HealthWorks anymore. They're partnering with Anthem and developing more personalized program.
Okay.
So a little bit different, but I think I'll enjoy it.
You think it's a cost savings measure down in Columbus?
Subco is using their member equity to pay for the program. It's not costing us anything. And they're also being a rewards program. Employees will have the opportunity to earn money for the activities they're doing.
Okay.
Up to $200 per employee and as qualified spouse.
Okay. So move.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner DeBoer?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Hi.
Thank you.
All right. Commissioner's Office requesting a board move into the executive session for the purpose of considering the purchase of property for public purposes and the sale of property at competitive bidding pursuant to RC 121.22. And in this meeting, we will have
Myself and Linda.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Lennon?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Over 20.
This cluster housing is worse than the one in Chardon.
Back at 10:48.
So we are back at 10:48 with action of just allowing county administrator to continue negotiating with properties.
Did you want to take action? Just a statement?
No, just a statement.
Okay.
Okay.
We did get just to let you know, we did get a resolution from the Vision Development that was here last week explaining their project. So this will be the first step in any process moving forward. The resolution would then authorize the commissioners to then sign the cooperative agreement with them. So if you're willing to move forward with that process, we have to redo the resolution.
Excuse me, some of us, would you repeat that so that we could hear that audibly, please, that final statement?
We have the resolution before that Vision Development has for moving forward. This is the first step in any process moving forward. So the
Moving
resolution-
forward to do what?
This resolution will authorize the commissioners to then enter into the cooperative agreement with the.
Is there a reason for entering into the cooperative agreement?
It would allow them to move forward with the agreement with.
Who is them?
With Blanchard Valley and Vision Development for that.
Regarding that presentation that we had last week.
Oh, yeah, we were aware of that
Right.
last week.
So
Okay.
if we can, let's go ahead and just read the resolution.
You want to read the whole resolution?
Or
you
just
want to just
make
a
a
motion?
Yeah, make a motion for the resolution.
The resolution to approve, I guess it's the Commissioner's Office is requesting the board approve and execute the resolution number
23-157.
23-157, approving a cooperative agreement with Blanchard Valley Port Authority pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Sections 9.482 and 4582.431.
Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Commissioner London?
No.
Commissioner DeBoer?
No.
Commissioner Spudler?
No.
Good.
So with that, I will have you, should we have them sign it and just record their vote on it?
I would just record the votes now.
Okay, so just next to your name, do not sign it, just write no next to it on all of those, and then we can submit them to Vision, just put no on all of them, yeah. And then we'll follow up with a motion, and then that it failed, and that there will be, that resolution would have authorized the cooperative agreement, so by it failing, then there will be no cooperative agreement going forward.
All right. Okay. Anything else, Jerry?
We need to sign this, right?
No, don't sign it,
You
just
put
write
no.
no next to your name.
Got it.
There is one change on the upcoming meetings. I was notified by Mr. Lee Worthy from the superintendent from the detention center this morning that he has to postpone the meeting that was scheduled for Thursday due to some family issues. So we will look at rescheduling that for the beginning of October, mid-October.
For the portage job.
The detention center
Center,
meeting that is supposed to be on Thursday.
Yep.
That has been postponed. So there will be no meeting on Thursday.
All right.
There is one other item. Last Thursday, all three commissioners and myself received a letter from Judge Grindell requesting outside counsel for a case before the Supreme Court, State ex rel. Walder versus Grindell, case number 2023-1154 at the Ohio Supreme Court. He was requesting outside counsel be appointed to him, for this case. It stems from a probate case that was before the probation office that involved the transfer of property from a decedent to his heirs. There was apparently some issue with getting those deeds recorded, and the auditor's office charging a fee for recording those or refusing to record them.
They refused
They refused it being recorded, and would charge a fee for that recording if they did. The heirs then, through their attorney, filed another case before the probate court, for the probate court to order the auditor to, do the transfer and not charge a fee. once they received that, apparently the auditor's office, through the prosecutor's office, obtained outside counsel through the court. The prosecutor never notified the commissioner's office regarding any possible joint application.
Jerry, when was the date of that? When did they get outside counsel?
That was September 1st.
September 1st, and we just found out about this when?
We just found out about it when we received a letter from Judge Grindel
Last
Thursday.
Thursday.
Because one of the things in his...
So they've had legal counsel since the beginning of September with no joint application through the commissioner's office for outside counsel.
That's correct. So, the court had actually, probate court had actually contacted this office, the commissioner's office on, I believe it was Wednesday, asking if the commissioners had approved outside counsel for the auditor's office, which caught us all off guard. No, there was never any request for it. So once once we received a letter from Judge Grindel, I sent an email to Prosecutor Place asking if he was going to join in a joint application for the outside counsel for Judge Grindel. I did not get any response back from the prosecutor's office. Doing some research and searching on the court docket, that's when I found out that the prosecutor had requested the court to provide the outside counsel for the auditor's office back on September 1st, and the court did authorize it at that point. And then I also saw that at 4:30 on Thursday, the prosecutor had filed an application for outside counsel to the courts for Judge Grindel. That, as of this morning, I checked before we came into session, and that order had not been approved yet. I did, however, receive a letter this morning from Stephen Funk with Rosal and Andrus regarding being appointed outside counsel for Judge Grindel. It's an engagement letter with his prices. He was going to be charged $300 per hour. His regular rate is $475 per hour. So we have this engagement letter in place. The request has been made to the courts for the outside counsel by the prosecutor's office, not jointly as it states in the Ohio Revised Code, but due to conflict, the prosecutor applied for that. So what I'm looking for is, if you're okay with this, to authorize me, once we do get the order from the court that says that Funk can be the outside counsel for Judge Grindel, and we get get an original letter with the original signature from Mr. Funk, as well as getting this certified, as we're required to do, if he would authorize me to sign off on the engagement letter.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Do you want to set a cap on that? Or is it because it was through the court, there is no cap?
When you go through the court, there's no cap.
Yeah, no, that's
not.
Commissioner
So,
Moore?
yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Yes.
Commissioner Spillier?
Right.
So to me, it sounds like in this particular case, as far as this request, it was attempted to be done properly through the commissioner's office. And that whether, they like it or not, we do play a role in this process in that we are here to set the rate, correct?
Yes,
Potentially.
and the bigger thing with that is you're doing it in a public session, so it's known to the public.
That's right. So
what's going on.
I don't know how if there was no application through to the commissioner's office from Maskin, Raskin, and Ryder, how that bill's going to get taken care of.
Yeah, I don't know whether we would have the authority to even approve it.
Yeah, because we don't know what that rate is. We don't even know.
We don't know what the rate is. It was it never came through this office, so it was never certified to the.
And they've been representing him for close to 20-some days now. Yes, yeah, I mean, that's the problem I have, and I don't know the details of the actual matter at hand. As far as that deed and getting it recorded, what the holdup is there. But I'm sure that family now has an attorney, and they're paying him and holding up that family from closing the books on the death of their father's property.
Because the property hasn't transferred, so it's...
Yeah. It sounds like instead of getting lawyers involved, pick up the phone and call downstairs, or vice versa.
You would think that would be the way to handle this.
Once again, this is like I've I've heard this story before. I feel like I've been here a few times. You know, same cast of characters over and over. You know.
So did Grinnell file a writ of mandamus against the auditor?
The way I understand it is when the heirs filed through their attorney, filed a case with the court, they were trying to force that to happen. For the probate court to order the auditor's office and to record the deed and get it transferred, and not at a fee. And part of that was the probate court subpoenaed, I believe it was Kate Jacobs in the auditor's office to present to the court at the hearing on the case why they weren't following through on the process. And then that was where the outside counsel was obtained, and the case was filed in the Supreme Court to, I don't think it was actually to quash that subpoena, but I think it was actually to, order the judge that did not have the case at all.
Okay. So we'll wait to be continued, I guess, huh? Yeah.
Anything else?
That is all I have. Thank you.
Anyone else? Very good. Any questions? Nothing. With that, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is that on the chart?